afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 as we begin another week. Hello, Susan. You have a nice weekend?
Hi there. Yes, I did. How about you?
Had a great weekend watching our colleague Charlotte Celeste's virtual Gio's Garden holiday party.
That was really fun. Charlotte and Michael Bruno both did a great job. They raised a lot of money for Gio's Garden as well.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable, and congratulations to all. Here's what's making news on this Monday. The vaccines have arrived in Wisconsin. We'll cover how local and state health officials are handling the distribution.
U.S. states are casting their electoral college votes today, solidifying President-elect Joe Biden's win.
But ahead of the vote, the state Supreme Court made a ruling on one last Trump campaign lawsuit. We start with the first of two major stories developing today. The first doses of coronavirus vaccine have arrived in Madison and other places across the country. An historic moment when UW Health respiratory therapist Tina Schubert became the first UW Health employee to receive the Pfizer vaccine. It happened about 2 hours ago.
We have team coverage tonight as the first group of healthcare workers in Wisconsin receive their first shot.
Let's start with Amanda Quintana with the latest from the state health officials who say it's going to take time to get everybody vaccinated. Amanda.
Yes, well, Wisconsin will get more deliveries over the next 2 days, but by the end of the day on Wednesday, we should have 50,000 doses of Pfizer's vaccine here in the state. Now, state health leaders know that this has been a really approval process that has moved really fast over just this past weekend, starting with the FDA's advisory committee approval on Friday. State health leaders are still working on the plan to get those doses to about 400,000 healthcare workers across the state. But that's going to take many more deliveries and months.
Distributing COVID-19 vaccine is the most significant public health undertaking of our lifetimes. And we are adapting this process on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, to make sure we get the job done and get it done well. And we will, but it's going to take time.
Another big piece of the puzzle that was activated today, the program to get vaccines into long-term care facilities. The state is partnering with pharmacy chains, preparing to send some of its vaccine supply to them so that pharmacies can then go into skilled nursing facilities and vaccinate people who live or work there. Now, that will not start immediately. They're thinking that that'll start in the next 2 weeks, so at the end of this month. And then they're hoping that by the end of January, most of those people are vaccinated. So then it'll start another program, and that will be for assisted living facilities doing that same thing.
It is going to take time. Amanda, thank you. The first doses of the vaccine in Wisconsin are now in the arms of healthcare workers in Madison.
Nearly 4,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine arrived at UW Health early this morning. And that's where we find our Gabriella Becerra, who explains the hospital's first steps to vaccinate its employees. Gabby?
Well, Mark and Susan, in just a matter of hours, the COVID-19 vaccine arrived here at UW Health. It was stored in ultra-cold freezers, and now it's being administered to the first set of UW Health employees, and those employees work with COVID-19 patients. Now, the pictures that you see on your screen are provided by UW Health, and for safety reasons, we were not allowed inside. But that vaccination process is only going to expand from here in an effort to vaccinate as many healthcare workers as possible. UW Health's Dr. Matt Anderson says employees will be offered education opportunities, and then scheduling invitations will be sent out. He explains that those invitations are sent out in a specific order.
We have determined that the staff who are working in the places with the greatest frequency, duration, or intensity of exposure to patients with COVID-19 are the ones who will be offered given the invitation to schedule first. So those invitations will be going out here in the hours, days to come.
Staff receiving the vaccine will be monitored for a short period of time to watch for adverse reactions, and then they'll come back in about 3 weeks for that second dose. UW Health expects to keep receiving doses of the vaccine for the weeks to come, and coming up on News 3 Now at 5, we'll share how other hospitals are getting the vaccine and where they'll be storing them.
Very exciting day. We'll see you at 5. Thank you, Gabby. COVID-19 cases continue to go up in Wisconsin, but at a much slower rate than a month ago. Just over 2,200 new cases were reported today. That's down thousands from this time a month ago. Despite that, more people continue to die from the virus in Wisconsin. 17 deaths were reported this afternoon.
The biggest mass vaccination effort in the nation's history has frontline healthcare workers across the country receiving the vaccine. Cameras flashed as healthcare workers at Hartford Hospital in Connecticut received a vaccine that will finally keep them safe. Almost 3 million people will get the vaccine this week in all 50 states. Nurse Sandra Lindsay got a round of applause when she got her shot in New York City.
I hope this marks the beginning to the end of a very painful time in our history.
There was more applause when a FedEx driver dropped off a vaccine in Tampa, Florida. 145 distribution centers are getting shipments today. There'll be another 425 deliveries Tuesday and 66 on Wednesday. Dry ice keeps the vaccine at minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit. The vaccine can't come soon enough. According to the Associated Press, the U.S. has crossed the 300,000 deaths caused by COVID-19.
Our other big story of the day today, very soon, electoral votes for President-elect Joe Biden are expected to cross the 270 vote threshold as members of the Electoral College meet. The president-elect will address the nation tonight after the vote is done, but President Trump and his supporters are still vowing to fight the election results. Among those casting votes for Mr. Biden are several states that the Trump campaign contested, including Georgia, where he became the first Democrat to win in 28 years. President Trump is vowing to continue his fight against the election results.
We have more than enough time to right the wrong of this fraudulent election result and certify Donald Trump as the winner of the election.
Over the weekend, hundreds of the president's supporters gathered in Washington to denounce President-elect Biden's victory, and some of the demonstrations turned violent. A new CBS News poll finds 82% of Trump supporters do not consider Joe Biden's win legitimate. Yet overall, 62% of the nation's voters feel the election is over and settled, and it's time to move on. Wisconsin's 10 electoral votes go to President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Senator Kamala Harris.
The electors voted just after noon today. Brady Mallory joins us with an inside look at that meeting. Brady.
Well, the 10 electors officially assigned Wisconsin's votes to Biden and Vice President-elect Harris, who won the state by more than 20,000 votes. The electors include Governor Tony Evers, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, and State Representative Sheila Stubbs. Governor Evers certified Biden's win in Wisconsin last month.
Today we did our part to continue the long and sacred tradition of our democracy of honoring the will of the people.
And as Susan pointed out, a new CBS News poll finds 82% of the Trump supporters do not consider Joe Biden's win legitimate, yet overall 62% of the nation's voters feel the election is over and settled and it's time to move on. According to Wisconsin state law, the electors must choose the candidates who voters select in the general election. The 10 electors include a representative from each of Wisconsin's 8 congressional districts, plus 2 at-large nominees.
Brady, thank you. Ahead of the state's electoral vote, the Wisconsin Supreme Court issued a final rejection to the Trump campaign. The conservative-controlled court denied the campaign's motion to disqualify more than 221,000 ballots in Dane and Milwaukee counties. They heard arguments from both sides over the weekend. On Friday, a Racine County judge affirmed the presidential recounts in those counties. President-elect Joe Biden won Wisconsin by nearly 21,000 votes.
Well, let's take a look outside. Kind of a chilly day out there, and the snow keeps us cold. Dana, just like that, it's winter.
It is. It feels like December, and it looks like December outside after quite a little snow event passing through this weekend. Here's a live look at Platteville right now with the snow covering the ground for all of southern Wisconsin. Now, radar has been quiet for us yesterday and today. A little more cloud coverage really building in, though. So we're expecting these temperatures to stay quite cool for the next few afternoons. We're at 22 currently in Madison. Compared to this time yesterday, just a few degrees cooler for much of the area. And thankfully, not too much of a wind chill to factor in. When we're in the 20s and it gets too windy outside, then it gets really uncomfortable. So these wind speeds in the single digits, that's some good news. Overnight, we will be dropping down to about 10 to start off tomorrow morning. So with the low teens for much of those overnight hours. A chilly start to the day tomorrow. Cold temperatures expected for much of your 10-day. We'll look at that in just a few minutes. Right now on the roads, we're not seeing any major delays through Dane County, and as we look into Rock County, all should be smooth. And it does seem like most of the roadways are cleared up, but we all know there's still a few slick spots, so make sure that you are careful for your evening commute.
All right, Dana, thank you. Finding a way to support local restaurants every day here on News 3 Now. We're going to highlight the fight that our favorite spots are in right now and how you can help them make it through this winter. Today, we're starting with Chef Dan Fox, the owner of Heritage Tavern on the Capitol Square.
The Heritage started off hot in 2013. Since then, business has been great. They'd turn away business on Fridays and Saturdays, but Fox says last Friday they had only 3 tables filled. The Heritage has done what it can to adapt, shifting to a to-go menu and building a patio. Chef Fox has other food businesses as well, but he says all are losing money, and they've lost about 70 of their employees as well. He's pleading with the community to support local.
It's not just us, it's all of the local cheesemakers and farmers, produce farmers, all the people from Dane County Farmers Market that, we've shopped from well over 50 plus vendors during the season, and they're not getting that business. So that trickle-down effect is quite severe, and that's echoing through the entire food community right now.
Here are ways that you can help. Heritage Tavern. Go eat there. They can seat up to 25% capacity, order to go, leave a big tip, or buy some holiday gift cards. All week leading into the holidays, we're highlighting the kinds of heartbreak our local restaurants are going through and how you can help.
And we have a list of businesses and how you can support them up right now on our website, channel3000.com. Just search Holiday Helpings. Supermarket chain Hy-Vee is partnering with food banks across the Midwest to donate more than 1 million pounds of food this holiday season. More than 20 truckloads will be unloaded with food and supplies from now until Wednesday at 17 Feed America affiliated food banks. One participating organization is Madison's own Second Harvest Food Bank.
We partner with Second Harvest a lot. We really believe in everything they do for the community. So on behalf of Hy-Vee and our vendor partners, we've provided a truckload worth of groceries today.
And Jim says this truckload contains about 28,000 pounds of food. Hy-Vee received donations from 26 leading food manufacturers and suppliers. The company additionally donated over $250,000 in food to the effort.
Congratulations to them. Well, have you heard of esports? It's competition using video games.
It's exploding in high schools, colleges, and universities right now. We'll find out how Edgewood College is embracing esports when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
At the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family gift givers, trendsetters, and all who love a smokin' hot discount. We're all about the deal, the joy of finding the ultimate stocking stuffer, the perfect bag for the fashionista on your list, the holiday outfit that makes you shine, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Save up to 70% off and receive a free pair of Vera Bradley slippers with $250 in same-day receipts. Visit customer service for full details.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. And trust your heart to Entresto.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
Over time, things wear down. Tires, brakes, and headlight bulbs too. Sylvania's lighting experts know that if you wait until burnout, you'll lose up to 50 feet of visibility. That's from here to here in darkness. Switch to a new pair of Sylvania bulbs today and see better tonight.
Cleveland's Major League Baseball team says it took the name Indians in 1915 as a tribute to a Native American player.
Now, after years of protests, that name will be dropped, according to the New York Times. 2 weeks ago, the team president confirmed his club had been reevaluating its name. A process that appeared to begin shortly after the Washington NFL team, formerly known as the Redskins, dropped its name over the summer. Following Washington's announcement, Cleveland released a statement pledging to keep improving on issues of social justice with its team name in mind.
It feels really good that steps are being taken, that our voices are being heard.
This isn't Cleveland's first time confronting controversial parts of its team history. Several protests led to the team's longtime Chief Wahoo logo being removed.
Tomorrow is the ground shipping deadline, with most major carriers to guarantee package delivery by Christmas.
And more packages are being shipped this holiday season than ever before. With increased online shopping and fewer in-person get-togethers, industry analysts say this year about 3 billion packages are being shipped between Thanksgiving and Christmas. November 22nd through December 5th, FedEx, UPS, and the U.S. Postal Service all received high on-time performance ratings, and all up from the same period last year, but now it's crunch time.
I have never seen a demand that is at that high, exceeding the capacity, no matter which carrier you are.
Greeting cards will have to be mailed by the 18th. From the 19th onward, there are pricier options for priority mail and select, express, and overnight services. Some post offices around the country have extended retail hours and added Sundays for people who need all the time they can get. Experts say be prepared for possible inventory issues and shipping snags. And if your gift is late, remember, it's the thought that counts. Stocks were lower today as investors braced for more virus-related restrictions. The Dow Industrials lost 184 points, closing at 29,861. The NASDAQ managed a 62-point gain, but the S&P 500 was off almost 16. Well, the popularity of esports is skyrocketing in high schools, colleges, and universities worldwide. Esports is competition using video games.
Edgewood College in Madison has just named its first director and head coach of its new esports program. Luis Poisson will lead the esports program in Madison. Luis, good to see you. Welcome to Live at 4.
Welcome. Hey, nice to meet you, Mark and Susan.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. Welcome to Madison. So tell us, for people who aren't familiar with esports, tell us how this works.
Yeah, so think about, traditional sports. There are fans, there's teams, there's head coaches, there's analysts, and think of that, but in the same form for video games where people are competing amongst each other through a different medium, which is usually, a keyboard and mouse or sometimes a controller. And now probably more recently, you're going to see in the next few years where there's going to be mobile esports where people are playing through their phones.
So what's your job as head coach?
Yeah, so my job as, the head coach is that, I'll be making sure that the players are following, training regimens to improve at the games that, they're competing in, making sure that, they're also being physically active because, a healthy body is also a healthy mind. And, just keeping, the players in check in terms of the team chemistry and, trying to develop a more holistically as, leaders for tomorrow. I think that, through esports, you can get the same experience that you could get in traditional sports, just in a little bit much more of a different sense.
How do the competitions work? You're playing against players from other universities simultaneously in the same game at the same time?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, generally you're playing, against one another online. There's also sometimes in-person events. Currently through COVID, that's not happening. But luckily enough, esports is one of those few industries that really thrived during COVID, where there was not really much downtime in terms of the professional side or even collegiate side, because people can still play amongst one another from their own bedrooms.
So the end result is it a bragging rights?
Bragging rights for a championship. I also think that there's a lot of community building as well with esports. People come together, play video games all the time, and I think through competition, you also meet friends and people who are like-minded, and you can develop some lifelong friendships and relationships that way.
How many people will you have on your team at Edgewood College?
So currently we have about 5, and we're looking to have about 12 into the fall of 2021. We have esports arena. We're offering scholarships for players who are playing the varsity level. We have an esports living learning program, so to have the athletes all live amongst one another. And we're just hoping to also build us from the, this is a new thing. So, if there are people who are interested in, building this from the ground up with me, that'd be great.
It is a new thing. I'm learning all about it. Luis, thanks for being with us today. Welcome to Madison. Good luck with everything.
Best of luck to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Still to come at 4, empowering single black moms.
And erasing a stigma at the same time. That story is coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place where you can relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life in a safe and tranquil environment. Our guests' safety and comfort is our top priority. Revitalize yourself at Needed Relief today and give the gift of wellness to those you love with a Needed Relief gift card, available now online. It's exactly what we all need. Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness, Madison's world-class wellness spa.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We'll take a look at this. Forget room service at this Holiday Inn in Arlington, Virginia. In fact, forget your room. The former Holiday Inn was demolished by implosion over the weekend. The 18-story building came down exactly as expected. The hotel had operated on the Virginia side of the Key Bridge and has been part of Arlington's skyline since 1972, but it closed earlier this year. A new multi-use development is going up. It'll include a 25-story residential tower, a 38-story hotel, and a conference center. I just love watching things get blown up.
I was just thinking the same thing. Why are those videos so
I don't know.
cool?
It's just so fascinating.
Things go boom, everything falls to the ground.
Our producer Matt has stayed at this place.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, he has. And this is the result of his stay there.
See, Matt's one of those cool people. See, he gets to go and do things.
All right, speaking of cool.
It is chilly. Yes, yes, yes. A little cool outside. I'm sure a lot of folks breaking out the snow boots for the first time this season. Over the weekend, here's a live look at downtown. We saw a little bit of sunshine today, but more cloud coverage expected for tomorrow. We'll look at your full 10-day right after the break.
When you have zero worries and zero stress, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with zero down, zero deposit, zero first month's payment, and zero due at signing.
Here's to the doers. To all the people who realize they can do more with less asthma. Thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. And don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Talk to your asthma specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Your smile is a gift that deserves the perfect fit. At Aspen Dental, find the comfort and joy of natural-looking dentures crafted just for you. Feel the difference of a state-of-the-art smile made in our on-site labs, made for your budget, and made in as little as a day. Now, for a limited time, get dentures for as low as $29 per month per arch with 60 months financing, and give yourself the gift of endless smiles. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA.
When you have zero worries and zero regrets, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2021 Atlas V6 SE Tech 4 Motion today. Zero down, zero deposit, zero first month payment, and zero due at signing.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A little chilly outside today, but feels like December for us. With that snow on the ground, it's helping to keep our temperatures cool and below average as we look ahead through the next few days. Overall, a dry pattern for the work week, and Christmas starting to creep in at the very end of our 10-day forecast. So we'll take a look at some temperatures of what we're expecting as we get ahead to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Right now, our radar is nice and quiet. We do have a few clouds for us currently, mostly cloudy for this evening, and then skies likely becoming partly cloudy as we head into tomorrow morning. High pressure's kept things pretty quiet. Our breeze coming in from the northwest right now as that high pressure is off to the west, and we should stay pretty quiet as we look ahead through the next few days. Again, a dry pattern expected. No more big snow events for us this week, but that snow is certainly going to stick on the ground as temperatures will be staying below freezing. Overnight tonight will be near 10 for early Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, plan on barely to mostly cloudy skies with high temperatures in the mid to low 20s. So another very cool afternoon. Temps overnight for Wednesday will likely staying in the upper teens, and then for Wednesday afternoon, might see just a little bit more sunshine, but high temperatures will be staying close to 30. As we look at our 6 to 10-day outlook, and that pushes us to Christmas Eve, very likely that we are going to be trending above average. For this time of year, that starts to put us in the mid to upper 30s, a little bit of a warm trend through the Midwest. And looking past Christmas Day and that 8 to 14-day outlook, likely we will stay above average. Not a big warm up, but again, mid to upper 30s for this time of year is above average. In general, a dry trend. We do have a few opportunities for some light snow for the middle of next week, but not expecting any big systems to pass through. Tomorrow, plan on mostly cloudy skies, and it will still be cold outside. High temperatures will be in the mid to low 20s. We don't have to factor in too much of a wind chill, though. That's the good news. Variably cloudy skies for Wednesday and Thursday. We'll hop up a little bit closer to freezing. And then as we head into the weekend, we are expecting our temperatures to be in the upper 30s for Friday. A little bit of a warm day there before we expect to see the mid to upper 30s Saturday and Sunday. Now, Saturday, we have a small chance for some flurries early in the day. Likely not going to lead to any accumulation, though, for early Saturday. And then as we look ahead to next week, there's going to be a chance for snow late Wednesday and into early Thursday morning. That'll be Christmas Eve on Thursday. That should wrap up early in the day. Again, doesn't look like it's going to bring a lot of accumulation for us, but it could be nice to have a little light snow early Christmas Eve, get things cleaned up, and we should be good to go with some cooler temperatures and fresh snow by Christmas Day.
White Christmas here in Madison, but go north of here and there's nothing.
There's nothing. There's a very clear cutoff from where that snow fell and where folks just did not see anything come down.
It was heavy and wet, I'll tell you that.
Yes, anyone who had to shovel definitely can agree.
How's the snowblower?
The snowblower worked great.
Right.
Oh, it was so much fun.
All right, Dana, thank you. Our remarkable nonprofit group is on a mission to help lift up single mothers and break down negative stereotypes.
The woman behind the group is using her own experience to help empower hundreds of single black moms. Meg Oliver reports.
Put your seatbelt on, son.
Once a month, Crystal Edwards, a Philadelphia elementary school principal,
All right, we are here.
rents a U-Haul truck
Open up the side door, and I'll get to that.
and pulls up to this Walmart.
Let's do it.
Her mission to give back to single moms.
Oh, they love the Pampers.
Through a partnership, the store donates packed pallets of items, from heaters and microwaves to Barbie dream houses.
Listen, a Barbie dream house? I never had one. My mother couldn't afford that.
It all started when Edwards found herself a single mom at 27 years old.
Right after you became a single mom after your divorce, someone made a comment to you. What did they say?
I was in the store, and someone said, here's another one, these children with no fathers. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, you don't even know my story.
Do you believe there's a perception that black women are the face of single moms?
I absolutely do. Biases and prejudices that did not reflect the hard work, the lack of access, the overwhelming sense of I'm doing this work by myself.
The newly remarried mom of four set out to change the perception. In 2015, her nonprofit, Empowering Single Moms, Inc., was born.
And we're really focusing on getting women off of any type of government assistance. We do an assessment. Where are you today and where are you trying to get to? And we partner and network to make sure that those women are able to reach those goals. Everybody has their number, okay?
Their distributions take place across Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey.
We're going to be here until everything is gone.
They advertise on social media, in church bulletins, and through word of mouth.
Please get in the line.
On this day, dozens lined up in the cold outside her elementary school in North Philadelphia. She keeps a database of names, and if they're willing to work, offers a networking program with resources, helping single moms achieve education, housing assistance, and employment.
When you first met Crystal, what did you need?
I don't think, Meg, the question of what did I need, but just more what didn't I need.
33-year-old Chanel Odoms needed a job with hours that matched her daughter's school day.
You just met her randomly through a distribution site.
And I just love it, yes.
With Chanel's professional background in mental health, Crystal was able to get her a job as a classroom assistant at her school.
Has she helped you get off public assistance?
Yes. Now I'm completely off of that.
Crystal has helped more than 400 women. Her dream is to raise enough money for a van for pickups and a small building to offer workshops and face-to-face counseling.
This is life-changing work. This is transformational work. This is the servant work. I wash the feet of the community, and I tell people that all the time. This is not glitz and glamour. This is building people up. Come on, babe.
Building people up to be their best.
At that one event, more than 100 single moms received much-needed household items, even some holiday gifts. Crystal's now in the process of following up with each of them to see how she can help them in other aspects of their lives. Meg Oliver, CBS News, Montclair, New Jersey.
An amazing woman.
Way to do something good. And we'll be right back.
Upland Hills Health has evolved through generations. We've never worked harder to bring you the best facility, the best providers, and the best technology to care for you. We've ranked among the top 100 critical access hospitals for 6 years, and now in 2020, we're in the top 20 in the U.S. This is based on 50 indicators and 8 pillars of performance. Why is this important? Because when you're hurt or in pain or ready to bring a new life into the world, you'll get the very best care here at Upland Hills Health in Dodgeville.
Did you know that Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me? Really? My first idea was, in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? That's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis look and feel better with Cosentix. Cosentix works fast for results that can last. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis, like joint pain and tenderness, back pain, and helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Bring home IHOP's Holiday Family Feast or fall in love with seasonal pancakes like new milk and cookies. Come in or get a $0 delivery fee with Uber Eats from IHOP.
Tonight at 5, the first shipment of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine has arrived in Wisconsin. We'll tell you how many doses of the vaccine are scheduled for the Badger State. That's ahead at 5.
And the cold temperatures will continue, but a little more cloud coverage builds in over the next few days. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day.
And ahead at 6, the Wisconsin Supreme Court rejects President Trump's lawsuit looking to disqualify more than 220,000 ballots and Wisconsin electoral votes go to President-elect Joe Biden.
Here's a live look at the polar bear cam at the Henry Vila Zoo. I think Bo, the new arrivals, were running around there somewhere. It's perfect weather for polar bears, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. He's a happy guy. Well, imagine this scenario. You're given $100 and a challenge to do as much good as you can. Where would you start? Janet Tupy, a retired oncology nurse, took on that mission as a personal challenge a decade ago.
And now she's established a local organization that's about to reach a major milestone. Here's our Christina Laurie.
We're talking today about this fantastic organization called Remits. It's a group of volunteers that for the past decade has transformed old donated sweaters that would otherwise be thrown away into these fabulous mittens. Mittens with a cause, though, because all of the proceeds go to local food pantries, and the need for that is even greater right now. Janet Tupy, you founded Remits, and now we're on the precipice of another major milestone for your organization. How much money are you going to have raised?
We're hoping this year to reach the $500,000 amount raised since 2009. This year we have to raise $56,000 in order to meet that. And we're thrilled. We're hoping people will get out there. They're available at small local businesses in town, and hoping that you'll support them during this pandemic just to help them out, and at the same time pick up some mittens.
And this is where all of our viewers come in, because you need their help to make that happen. What do these make perfect gifts for? We were chatting. There's always those extra people that are on your list.
Just even giving someone an extra pair to keep on their shelf. We live in Wisconsin. We have out-of-state people coming to visit us. The weather gets cold. They can wear it. Your son's girlfriend, who is always hard to figure out what kind of a present to get.
Especially you might not have met them in person yet because of COVID.
Exactly.
Don't even know what they like.
Exactly.
And your gloves in particular would look fantastic at a Badger tailgate.
Absolutely. In Madison, you can't go wrong with a pair of red mittens for almost anybody.
And so I do want to double down on your mission. Not only can people pick up a great gift, but they can give back, which is really important right now. You had mentioned that all of the proceeds, all of that $500,000 that you're hopefully going to raise by the end of the year goes to local food pantries.
Yes,
Why is that so important, especially this year?
Especially because of the pandemic, they're hurting so much. 100% of our proceeds go to food pantries. We support 3, Middleton Outreach, The River, and St. Vincent de Paul. Everything that's in these is donated, so that's why we are, or was going to go to the trash. So
it's free for you, minus your time.
Exactly. It's a labor of love. We enjoy doing it. And a list of all of the places that can be bought can be found on our website. Our website is remits.org.
And we put a link on our website as well, just to make it super easy. Okay. One click for all of our viewers. Thank you, Janet, so much for what you do.
Thank you.
And you're a retired nurse as well, and those are the real heroes right now. So maybe pick up a pair for a nurse, too. They really deserve that extra love this holiday season. And again, you can find all of that information on our website, channel3000.com. Just search Make a Difference Monday.
Christina, thank you. And if you know of a person or organization making a difference in the Madison area, let us know, and we might feature them on an upcoming segment.
Email us at tips@channel3000.com.
Well, if you're a fan of Meryl Streep, you have a big week ahead of you.
She stars in not 1, but 2 new streaming movies. Our film critic Will Loper will tell us about them when Live at 4 continues.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands, so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson & Walks.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra?
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy, even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? There's a nice little present.
Right now, traffic conditions look fairly smooth throughout Dane County and into Rock County. We actually haven't seen any delays at all along the Beltline or for downtown Madison. And as we look for downtown Janesville, things look pretty smooth right now. Also, no delays north or southbound on the interstate. Just remember that though most of the roads are cleared off, there's still some spots that might be a little slick or have a little bit of snow or ice. So just be careful of the roads as you're heading home this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you, Dana. Santa Claus delivered some unusual holiday cheer in Rio de Janeiro by feeding the sharks and swimming with stingrays at the city's aquarium. Santa, who wore his familiar red suit during the scuba dive, was quickly joined by Mrs. Claus, who was also wearing a festive costume. Aqua Rio visitors are able to watch aquarium staff dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus dive daily until Christmas Day. Swimming with the sharks. Good luck, Santa. It was a good weekend to sit inside and watch a new movie or TV show.
If you're looking for something to watch this week, our Will Loper has a look in this week's Loper Report.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Well, this was the weekend that Meryl Streep invaded our TVs. She was in not one, but 2 new movies on streaming services. The Prom on Netflix and Let Them All Talk on HBO Max.
Alice has a manuscript that's due really soon. Everyone at the agency is getting a bit nervous. I mean, I haven't seen a manuscript. Have you seen the manuscript?
I have not seen a manuscript.
Steven Soderbergh directs Let Them All Talk, starring Streep as a famous writer who takes 2 friends and a nephew on a cruise with her to England.
Here's to picking up the conversation where we left off. And here's to reconnecting the gang of 3 who we used to be.
Did you always talk like that?
The film isn't as comedic or light as you might expect, but still acts as a great showcase for Streep as well as Candice Bergen, who turns in a fantastic performance.
You believe Alice and her book determined your whole life?
The consequences on my life of her actions were unacceptable. Want to go have a drink later? No, I can't.
And over on Netflix, musical lovers will be in heaven with The Prom.
We have come to this community on behalf of a young girl.
I just wanna dance with you.
sorry. Who are you people?
We are from Broadway.
The film, adapted from the Broadway show, is filled to the brim with terrifically choreographed musical numbers and characters who gloriously break into song every 10 minutes.
I'm gonna take a stand for all the people out there who love someone in a way the world just doesn't understand.
Okay, I admit that got to me.
It's time to... Amazon Prime added the thriller I'm Your Woman.
Is Eddie okay?
You know what Eddie is?
That he's a thief? Yes, I know what Eddie is. Is anybody looking?
Everyone's looking, and they're looking for you too.
Rachel Brosnahan, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel herself, plays a wife on the run after her husband betrays his business partner.
Why did Art show me how to use a gun? I just thought you should be prepared for what comes next. What comes next?
And Apple TV Plus premiered the animated film Wolfwalkers.
You can come out now. We can smell ya. You stink. You're a wolf walker. You're a wolf when you sleep. What? A girl when you're awake.
The beautifully animated film tells the story of a girl who discovers a mother and daughter who can transform into wolves.
The wolves are getting smaller every day.
These wolves, they're just beasts.
Tonight, we put an end to this.
The film can get a little dark and scary at times for younger audiences, but has a great message about not being afraid from those who are different from us.
You have to leave. No way, I scared them off.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper, sending it back to you, Mark and Susan. Until next week, when Meryl Streep plays every character in A Christmas Carol, including Tiny Tim and the Goose.
She's a talent to be reckoned with, I guess.
That's for sure.
All right, thank you, Will. We'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
Outlets at the Dells with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smoking hot discount. Save up to 70% off and receive a free pair of Vera Bradley slippers with $250 in same-day receipts. Visit customer service for full details.
You're up early.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
Outlets at the Dells with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smoking hot discount. Save up to 70% off and receive a free pair of Vera Bradley slippers with $250 in same-day receipts. Visit customer service for full details.
Tonight at 5, Delavan police are searching for suspects after a 20-year-old man is shot and killed. Plus, Wisconsin's 10 electors cast their votes for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. This as the Supreme Court rejects President Trump's call to disqualify ballots.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
Here's a live look over Platteville. It's that time of year when things start to look a little glowy even after the sun does set. Now, it is going to be cold again for us overnight. Temperatures will be falling to about 10 as we look ahead to daybreak tomorrow. It's a bit below average, and we'll stay below average for afternoon highs as we look ahead to the next several days. Overall, a mostly dry pattern for the work week. We might see a few flurries as we head into the weekend, and then right around the corner for next week for Christmas, it does seem likely some light snow early in the day, Christmas Eve, and then dry as we head into Christmas Day.
Hard to believe it's here already. All right, Dana, thank you. Tomorrow on Live Before, we'll get the latest COVID-19 news from UW's Dr. Jeff Potoff. And just in time for the holidays, Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council cooks up a prime rib dinner. It's coming up tomorrow. We'll be right back.